So for example, let me tell you what comes to my mind, right? When I saw the headline, the very last one from New York Post about the credit card spending, right? It says a sharpshooter let decades high inflation prevent them from charging up their credit cards this holiday season, right? So when I read that, it just reinforced my, excuse me, reinforced my belief that pretty much well, something I always talk about is I don't see the U.S. economy or the market, even though it might go through periods of like we're going now, the Fed is trying to to contain inflation and everything else, and having the curb spending. It is ingrained on the U.S. population, and by that I mean myself included, to spend. It's what makes the stock market not to move, not to grow, not to go up. Just in plain English is what is stagnation, right? Why Japan hasn't moved in the last 50 years? So I don't understand why some people keep saying, oh, the stock market is going to be dead. Look at Japan; he hasn't had any growth in 30, 50 years. There's a huge difference. Japan growth rate, population growth rate is negative. So how are you going to get growth? As the population age, they're not going to spend as much. One, two, their older population, they have different culture as far as what they need or not. You're not going to be spending as much when you're in their 60s and 70s as you spend when you're 20s and your 30s, right? Population grows, they spend, they don't give a frick. They just, for the credit card, it starts to blow up in your limit on your credit card, they just get another one. So there's nothing that can be done. It's a beautiful thing in a certain way, if you want to see the poetics out of it, but stock market is always going to keep going higher, one way or another. The people that work at the economy, they work for the government, they used to work for Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and so on. So why? Do you think these guys are just going to work there, create the rules, and let their funds and everything that make their previous company, which very likely they still have some kind of interest, even though it's not public, just to drop and go to zero? Are you crazy? No. So going back to it, when I read that, it just reminds me how the market is strong and all